Alright, T Road to Zion, we back. Another day in the life of Road to Zion Auto and Diesel Repair. Doing another mobile repair right now. Currently about to work on a 2001 Chevrolet Suburban with the 5.3 liter LS Vortex. Getting ready to do a couple of different repairs on this vehicle. Right now we're about to go into doing the valve cover gasket. Knock this out, show you guys the process of replacing the valve cover gaskets on this 5.3 liter 2001 Chevy Suburban. If you guys are watching this channel, man, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, man. Do everything that makes the algorithm go crazy. Also, follow me on Instagram at road to Zion_design. And as you can see, stay with the Road to Zion brand on. We got shirts, hats, t-shirt, sweaters, hoodies, decals, license plate brackets, and stickers available at the online store at www.roadtozion, all one word, .com. All of the things we earn off of that website goes specifically towards the channel and the shop, building up the platform and getting more equipment so that way we can bring you guys better repairs, man. So stay tuned for the repair. I'll take you through the steps to actually do the repair, what tools you'll need, and just try to take you along the process, man. Many hands make light work. Glory to the King. Let's
Zion, Zion, road design, Zion, Zion, road design. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even diesel tag. Best mechanic on the planet, ain't no need to scratch. Every issue attack like a lion. Got a problem, indeed we'll find it. Pop the hood, we gon' get up inside it. Fix it up, start it up, and then drive it. Brakes, rotors, motors, on a mission to fix the transmission. If it's tainted, then we can replace it. Difficult all the way to the basics. Diagnosed like a doctor to patient. Have no worries, relax and be patient. You can leave, go and take a vacation. In the hands of the best of the nation. Got that fix, baby, watch out, we cook up. And we mobile, you know we can pull up. Hit the mobile if you need to hook up. Hey, you right by the time that you look up. Facts. It's your boy Wade Road, man. You already know how them boys coming, man. Shout out to everybody over there at Road Design. If you need
Alright, Road to Zion. So first thing we're gonna do is do the passenger side valve cover gaskets. As you can tell, I already disconnected the ignition coil boots. They got them laying back here. I set the wire harness atop, pretty much aside, getting it out the way, sitting it under the engine cover, so that way I can have room to clear it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect that 14 millimeter bolt for the oil dipstick that's right there, and set that oil dipstick back. Then I'm going to disconnect the electrical connectors going to the ignition coils, which are these right here. These are the ignition coils. Disconnect all of the connectors. Disconnect this connector right here. Give us more access to the top of the valve cover. Then I'm going to remove the ignition coils themselves out, and then we can start unbolting the valve cover and getting this bad boy out, cleaned up, and put the new gasket in place. And then we will move to the driver's side. So as you can see right here, we got the heater core hoses in the bracket right here for the heater core hoses. We shouldn't have to disconnect the heater core. We should be able to snake the valve cover around it. So I'm gonna just set them aside like this for now, so that way I can see better what I'm doing underneath the vehicle. So that's kind of what we got going on, Road to Zion. Y'all know how we coming, man. Many hands make light work. Glory to the King. All right, Road to Zion. So we back. We have disconnected the wire harness right here from the ignition coils and the brackets. You can take the whole ignition coil assembly off. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts that hold it down. You will have to remove the heater core hose bracket from right here, the nut first, so that way you can access the bolt and actually get this removed away from the valve cover. You guys see that right there. I see that it's a hose connected right there to the valve cover. It looks like the valve cover is held in with 8mm bolts. So I'm gonna follow this hose up underneath the engine cover. Let me see if the bolt's loose enough for me to take it off into this. Let's see what it goes to and see which side do I want to disconnect. So that's kind of where we at right now, guys. On this job, it's a fairly simple job. Doesn't really require too much skills. The tools, but it does require some. Tools that I've used so far was a 15mm 3/8 socket, a 10mm socket, a 10mm socket, and ratchet with the extension, and a clip removal tool. So I'm gonna get this engine cover off, see where that hose go to, and then see where I'm gonna disconnect it from. I'll bring you guys back to the video here in a second. All right, so I just disconnected this hose from right here. Just gently pull it back on it, so that way you don't rip it or anything like that. Now I'm gonna take 8mm socket and 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts loose, and then we're gonna get this valve cover off, guys. All right, roaches, let's go. Here you go. All right, so I got the valve cover bolts loose right here. Keep the camera like that. When I edit it, it's gonna mess it up. But I got the valve cover bolts loose. And you just lift it up like this, and you snake it out of the way. Now we have the bolts loose. I always bring the bolts all the way up like this, so that way it's no problem when you go to lift it out. Here we got the old gasket. As you guys can see, it's pretty worn out. You see the engine oil leak that was all on the vehicle. I'm gonna get ready to clean this valve cover off, clean off the maiden surface, and put it back. All right, Road Zion. All right, Road Zion. So I'm just using brake cleaner right here to actually clean up the valve cover. As you can see, you can actually tell that it's an aluminum valve cover now. It's got most of the gunk off. It's pretty good to go. Got the old valve cover gasket out. Getting ready to prep it to set the new one in place, guys. So let's go, Road Zion. All right, so guys, removing the bolt grommets from the valve cover studs. Pretty much you just yank them off. So there go one that I yanked off. I'm gonna show you how to take it off right. I'm gonna show you how to pull this one off. Just grab it. I usually like to go down first and then just come up with it. You should just, oh shit. This one is being a little motherfucker. You gotta fight it off a little bit. Got that one off. So you pretty much do the same for all of them. I'm gonna show you how to install it. Pretty much, I'm gonna just go over it smooth as possible. This is kind of the hardest part of the valve cover gaskets, if you ask me. And you want to just work it around real nice and good till it slides up. That way you get a good seal on it and you don't damage the grommet. So I'm gonna show you guys again. Just work this little dirt off. You want to just slip it in there like this. You want to just work it around. You could turn the stud as you push up on it, and then boom. And that's it for that part. When I get all of them in, we'll put the gasket in and get ready to mate it back up. Let's get it. All right, so look, y'all, also when y'all taking off these boots, man, if y'all don't want to force it like I was doing, working harder, you can work a little bit smarter. I just was being lazy and didn't want to go to get the tools. You can put the pick underneath it, break it off. Now you got the old ones off, and you can put the new ones on. But just a little free game, man. Just, you know, y'all don't want to muscle them off like I did. And like I said, man, real simple. Putting them on, just press down on them. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Boom. Real simple, man. Easy, easy. And then I'll show you guys how to put them back inside of the actual valve cover too, since I got my main man Vincent recording for me today. So go get it in one time. Just trying to show y'all more of the process, since normally I don't get a chance to do that. So clean out the surface right here with the rag, press them in, good to go. Got them installed. Show you again, we're gonna clean off the surface right here. Press them in, good to go. Once you bolt it down, if it's not all the way fully seated in the little pockets, once you bolt it down, it'll seat it the rest evenly, so you don't really have to worry about nothing. But when it comes to that, I just like to get it in there and nicely myself. So this one is trying to fight me a little bit. So if you hold it and go in there, if it try to fight you, just get the bolt all the way out, put some pressure on the bottom, like this one out real quick. Get some pressure on the bottom, and then turn. They all seated. Now I get to put the valve cover gasket in, and we good, y'all. So this, let me see the old valve cover gasket. Lay it out and get the new one that goes with the same pattern as the old. I think this is the one, if I'm not mistaken. Or it might not be. Yep, this is the one. Actually, it's this one. The groove side of the valve cover gasket right here is groove. It goes actually in the valve cover itself, man. We're just going to seat that valve cover gasket all the way around. Real simple. And we're just gonna run our finger over it just to make sure it's all the way seated. And that is how you put the valve cover gasket in the valve cover with the grommets. So I'm about to get ready to put it in place, man. And stay tuned for me bolting everything down. Let's go work this on, yeah. Ready to bolt everything down. I did forget to tell you guys though, it's very important to make sure that you clean the mating surface of the actual head where the valve cover bolt to. I did clean it really thoroughly, so that way you don't have any problems with the valve cover actually sealing, and you won't have any problems with leaks. But I forgot to show you guys that, so I wanted to just remind you guys that's a very important step to making sure that the valve cover seals, the new gasket actually seals the valve cover really good, and you have no oil leaks. So just FYI, you know, I was trying to get everything back done and trying to record at the same time. I forget to tell you, so I'll show you on the other side when I do it. But y'all know how we come on road design, y'all. You know, many hands make light work. Bring y'all to the other side. Pretty much putting everything back together, bolting up the 8mm, connecting the rubber hose to the actual valve cover, installing the ignition modules bracket, bolting back down the dipstick, plugging up all my electrical, and then we on to the other side. So stay tuned for the driver's side. Let's get. So we got the passenger side apart now. It was pretty much the same process, disconnecting the wire harness using the same tools. Only difference is you got the vent valve hose at the back there. Other than that, it's the same thing. Pretty much a lot simpler on this side. Got this side already back together, and then getting ready to clean this valve cover right here, then replace the grommets and the new gasket. Stay tuned. So we got the driver's side valve cover clean, new grommets in, new gaskets in, cylinder head where we made the surface set clean. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this job up and stay tuned for the next repair. Let's get it, bro, Zion.